With more than a staggering 160 products across their range, Purity is truly there for you for every step of your motherhood journey. Their comprehensive range of skincare and toiletries is suitable for the entire family, with each product designed with the help of a team of experts, including a consultant pediatrician and dermatologist. Not only will we be joined by a Purity panel expert shortly, but I'm also joined by mom of 4 and blogger from Indie Stilettos. Welcome once again to you, Rebecca Badrodin. It's so good to have you always.
Thank you, Kim. I love being here.
Now, Rebecca, you've done this 4 times. What's really important for you as a mom when it comes to skincare products for your baby? What do you look out for?
So I want to know what's in a product. So I want to be able to look at the ingredients and not know what's in it. I want things that are easy to read. I want things that are paraben-free, sulfate-free, that I know are good for my baby's skin.
Rebecca, you've been in conversation with your community for quite some time, but what are a couple of the key questions that may have come through concerning skincare for their babies?
Yeah. So I think allergies is the biggest one. A lot of people want to know, if their kids get any allergic reactions or eczema or dealing with general skin issues. They want to know if it's safe to use fragranced products on their children's skin. And they want to know if they need to look out for certain ingredients and what to look out for in products.
All important questions that moms and dads really want to know about. But we all have that favorite toiletry. Mine is what is actually South Africa's #1 baby shampoo and body wash. That's my favorite from the Purity range. But what's your go-to toiletry, Rebecca, and why?
I love the Goodnight head to toe wash.
Yep.
I'm quite strict with the kids' bedtime routine, and it's very much bath, pajamas, story time.
Yes.
And I love the fact that I can even just pump a little bit of this into the water. It gives a bit of a bubble, and the scent is just amazing. It just instantly relaxes you.
It's the scent that always gets us, isn't it? Calming, and it smells absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely.
Another favorite?
So for me, I think it's the baby aqueous cream.
Yeah.
Because it's so versatile, and you can use it across a number of things. So you can bath your kids with it. You can use it as a lotion. It's great for summer and winter when the air does get drier. And we use it across the family as well, mum and dad and baby.
Multiple uses, versatility. I can't think of anything more that you'd want to look for in a great product. And to answer your questions or those from your community, we're going to be joined by Dr. Toiletry shortly. She's a specialist pediatrician and allergologist to answer those questions. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Amazing. Thank you, Kim.
Dr. Toiletry is a specialist pediatrician and is one of the few certified allergists in Africa. While serving on 2 international allergy boards, she is also a Purity panel expert. Doctor, we're so thrilled to have you with us. We're clearly in excellent hands. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kim. I'm equally thrilled to be joining you.
Let's launch right in, shall we? When it comes to skincare, Doctor, your baby's skincare in particular, what should parents be looking out for when it comes to toiletries?
So, Kim, especially recently, we're finding that firstly, allergies and skin reactions are becoming something that we hear of more and more commonly. A baby's skin is now exposed to a different type of climate, different type of environment. So the first thing you really want to do for your baby is remove anything that could be potentially harmful. And products are something that we apply on the skin. The skin, as we know, is part of our immune system. It's a huge organ. So one of the best things you can do is not do anything in those first few months of life in infancy to irritate it. Traditionally, there were many products that had chemicals that were used for preservatives to make our babies smell nice. So those are the fragrances, and you know what I'm talking about. It's the parabens, the sulfates, the colorants, the chlorines, all the things that we really like because they smell amazing. But because baby's skin is so extremely delicate and it's still developing in the first few weeks of life, some of these things can be harmful. So the first thing you want to do is try to steer clear from these things which we refer to as the nasties.
And doctor, when it comes to those nasties, why should the products be paraben and sulfate free? Why those two in particular?
So just picking up on us talking about how important the skin is, the first thing I always tell moms is that the skin is an organ. It's just like your heart, your brain, your lungs and your kidneys. And the skin plays such an important role in development in the first few months of life. So when you apply anything on the skin that could be harmful, it actually can trigger off irritation on lower levels of the skin, which is our tissue. And research in the last decade has proven that when the skin is damaged or the barrier is damaged, it can actually be a higher risk factor for your baby developing allergies. So making sure that you look after the skin and that you take care of it in terms of moisturizing it well, so that you've got a good barrier, but at the same time making sure that you don't put anything that's irritating to the lower levels, doesn't just actually take care of your baby's skin. You're doing wonders for your baby's immune system. You're doing wonders for development in terms of preventing them from getting infections of their skin later on in life, and you're doing wonders in preventing the development of allergies, and this benefit can actually continue later on in life as well.
That's so interesting, Doctor. And one of the things I love about the Purity range is, of course, the fact that it's clinically tested, so that we know as parents that it can be trusted, as it always has been. And one of the things I want to pick up on is what you said just now about moisturizing. One of the questions that came through from Rebecca's community from a parent was, why do I need to moisturize my baby's skin? And it's two parts to the question. And the second part is, can they use fragranced products? What's your take on that?
The barrier of the skin is extremely important, because the barrier, firstly, is what prevents the rest of the body from being exposed to harmful products. This is something we all know too well in the time of COVID. We're now using lots of hand sanitizers. So things that have chemicals like our hand sanitizers, which unfortunately we have to use at this stage to protect ourselves, can irritate the barrier. So the barrier is there to protect us from dirt, from harmful chemicals in the environment, from things that we're exposed to because of pollution, because of climate change, and also from those allergens. Mums don't realize this, but if you're allergic to, for example, a food like a peanut, which is one of the commonest allergens we see, you don't really have to eat it. Just by touching peanuts, somebody can have a reaction on their skin. And this is where promoting the barrier comes in. Because if you've got a nice, solid, healthy barrier that's moisturized well and full of the lipids and the fat that we want, and Purity's range has got all of that minus the nasty chemicals that we've already discussed, with a 48-hour moisture, meaning that you don't have to keep moisturizing your baby over and over again. Also, if you go more than 24 hours, lots of mummies now are being advised you don't have to bath your baby every day. You could go 2 days, you could go 3 days without having a bath. If you've got that 48-hour moisture, then you know that that barrier is going to be promoted to be healthy and to be intact. And you're going to be preventing the penetration of all the stuff, including the sanitizers, from getting to the deeper layers of your skin.
That's absolutely fascinating, Doctor. You actually don't realize what an important role the skin plays. And talking about that, the changes in the skin, one of the questions from Rebecca's community, pregnant mommy, stretching, it's going through changes. What makes the Purity Stretch Mark Cream in particular so good?
With all the stresses that mum has, and with all the things that we're exposed to on social media now that could potentially go wrong, the last thing you want to have to worry about is your skin in addition to that. And of course that's so important, because I always tell mummies, we want to take care of your baby's skin, but we want to take care of your skin as well.
Without a doubt.
So Purity Stretch Mark Cream, and stretch marks are normal. They're completely normal. If you're going to be pregnant, every mummy is going to get them. So you want to use something that's clinically tested, which is in our range, and you want to use something that has got nothing that would irritate your skin as a mummy as well, something that's going to be safe to apply. And the Purity's range has got vitamin E, it's got collagen, and in the clinical tests, it's been clinically proven to visibly reduce stretch marks after 4 weeks. And I think that's something that mums would love.
Speaking as a mom myself, that's exactly what I love about that cream. Now, Doctor, when it comes to the Purity disinfectant range, it's chlorine-free, colorant-free, and especially given the time we live in during COVID, where we have to be particularly clean, extra clean actually, when we're interacting with our families. Please tell me why this range is so important at this time in particular.
Kim, the disinfectant range from Purity is chlorine and colourant free. During COVID, we are exposed to most of these chemicals anyway, and like we all know, this is a necessity. So what you want to do is, in aspects that you don't have to have your skin and your hands and your bodies exposed to it, you want to take all the necessary precautions to reduce the amount of irritation you have. Especially during winter, our babies are covered up in their blankets and their pillow covers, and you've got the shawls, not to mention the clothes, and you want to make sure that the stuff that's immediately touching the baby's skin and hugging your baby so intimately in certain areas such as under their arms, in their bum area, their skin being so sensitive, doesn't have anything that could potentially irritate them. This is what we call hidden irritants and hidden allergens, and Purity's got that now. We've got a disinfectant range and a laundry range that has removed the stuff from everything you use to wash your baby's clothing and your baby's laundries, so that you don't have to worry about that anymore.
I love that they've made it easy for parents on the journey of parenting to look after our families as best we can. Doctor, thank you for bringing your voice, your expertise to the table. I know that parents have been listening intently and now can make better and informed decisions because of what you've shared with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's been such a pleasure.
Remember to head on over to purityapp.co.za to register for free access to all the information you need on your parenting journey. From Purity Parent Talk, till next time.